Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to the new video. Here in this video, we are going to discuss about how to set up a GitLab runner from scratch. Let's say if you are using Windows machine, you need to have a GitLab account. Later we need to set up a GitLab runner. That is the flow how we are going to proceed. Here, these are the some steps I have given. The step one was we need to create a GitLab account where we need to go to the official website of GitLab, gitlab.com, and we need to sign up if you don't have any account. And if you already have your account, you just need to log in by using the email address, and later you need to verify the email address, and you need to create a new project. Before project creation, it will ask you to create a group where that projects falls under that particular group, and you can create some project, and you can how you are creating a GitHub repository. Likewise, it is same, and it will ask to whether it will be private or public, and we need to add readme or not. And if you wanted to add SAST, these are the some security features which is integrated within the GitLab. I will discuss about that in further. As of now, we'll have a basic setup. Like first of all, we are going to just have a creating a new project, and just a example, my GitLab-ci project, and visibility set as whatever you needed, like public or private, and click on create project. Later you need to git install the Git. In GitLab also Git is useful. Why? Because let's say if your source code is stored in the Git repository, then to fetch that particular source code, we need to use a Git here. Okay, and if you are storing the code within the GitLab itself, we can store the code in the GitLab itself, how you are storing in Git also. Okay, in that case, you no need to have a interaction with the Git, and you no need to register. Why? Because entirely the work is done within the GitLab CI only. And here, let's say if you wanted to set up a Git as a source code repository, then you need to install a Git. For that, you need to go to the gitscm.com downloads, where there you can find a Git for Windows. You need to install that particular thing, and in the installation process, it will multiple times it will ask to accept a default. Just choose the defaults, and you can use a Git from the Windows command prompt, where it will ask for a prompt, and you can select checkout Windows style, commit Unix style, line endings, and you can choose use min tty as a default terminal, and keep the default ratings as it is, and after the installation just restart the laptop. Okay, and now coming to the actual part, like how the GitLab runner is to be setted. Okay, first of all, I need to set up some idea of GitLab CI, where how let's say if you are a DevOps or DevSecOps engineer, you may have a exposure to Jenkins. Likewise, we can build a pipeline within the GitLab CI. Okay, and also some security features is provided within the GitLab. How the Jenkins is providing some plugins. That's like there is a default plugins which is defaultly applied in the GitLab. That is the advantage, where we no need to install dedicated plugin. Let's say if you are integrating some Fortify or SonarCube into a GitLab, in Jenkins we need to install a dedicated plugin, and then we can install set up a particular thing, right? In GitLab, it's no need to do like that. We just need to set up a runner. We can use that runner, same runner, for different multiple projects. And the thing was, we don't need to, the default plugins will be defaultly applied, and it will take defaultly. That is the major advantage. And it supports some security scanning, like SAST, static application security testing, IAC scanning, secret detection, and Kubernetes scanning. Multiple things are there. I will discuss all that in the further videos. As of now, I just having a overview. And also we can trigger build pipelines, how we are building triggering Jenkins pipeline. The same way we can also trigger the pipelines in the GitLab CI/CD also. And first of all, for creating a runner, we need to have a runner to be installed, where you can download the runner from the GitLab website itself, and GitLab Runner downloads, and where it will takes to the page, and you can select the 64-bit, and once the runner is installed, you can create, I will suggest best practice, like you can create GitLab Runner in the C drive, in the root of the C drive, as like this name, and you can move or copy the above GitLab Runner which exe file which you have downloaded. Okay, and then you need to register the GitLab Runner. For this, you need to open a command prompt in the administrator mode. Remember, in the admin mode, you need to open a command prompt. Later, you need to navigate to the GitLab Runner folder. That is where we have placed the GitLab Runner exe file, cd GitLab Runner. Okay, and then run the register command. This was the register command, gitlab-runner.exe register. Okay, and you will be asked for details like enter the URL. This URL need to be entered, and if you go to the GitLab docs or else GitLab website after once you created a project, then there is a settings in the left side. If you click on that, there is a CI/CD. Under that there is a runner. Okay, if you select that, you need to register for the runner for the first time. At that time, it will ask to some details. I will discuss about that as well, and later it will show this particular URL. Okay, you can directly use that also here. And this was the runner token, where the path was in the same project. You need to go to the settings, under settings, CI/CD, and runner. Okay, once you click that, area I just discussed now, that is the same, where you can find a runner token, where you need to copy paste that token, and you can enter the tags as like this. Within the GitLab CI UI, you need to enter the tags like this. These tags only you need to use in the pipelines, where if you wanted to use that runner into the pipeline like that, or any project like that. Okay, what exactly runner does was, it is going to interact with the command line and perform a task for you. Okay, that is the main purpose of runner. And you need to this is very much important if you are interacting with the command prompt to perform the task. Then you need to select the shell as a executor and press enter. Okay, first of all, you need to enter a just a recap. First, you need to enter GitLab runner.exe register. Then you need to enter a URL. It will ask for token, where you will get from settings CI/CD runner, and you need to copy paste the token, and you need to select the executor shell. You need to enter. It will show the list of executors like Docker, Kubernetes, shell, like that. You just need to select a shell. Okay, enter shell, and later we need to install and start your GitLab runner. We just not yet installed the GitLab runner. We just registered the GitLab runner. Now we are installing the GitLab runner. This was the process to install a GitLab runner. We need to go to the same path, and GitLab runner. Sorry for the inconvenience, and we are here in the installation procedure. We just need to go to the same path, and we need to run a command, gitlab-runner.exe install, and we need to start the service, same gitlab/runner.exe and start. And then we can verify whether the runner is up or not in this particular path. You need to go to the GitLab, and in the settings you can find a CI/CD. Under that there is a runners, and under that particular runner you can see the online in the sense which is active and available. You can use that particular runner in the pipeline to execute your task. And for example purpose, you can create, this was the default file, where if this particular file is there, once you commit a code into the repository, then it will automatically triggers a pipeline, and This was the you can create with the name with this gitlab.gitlab-ci.yml file. GitLab CI is written in YML language as Jenkins is written in Kirubi, and this was the example say CD script where the stage was test stage and the job one was executing, and in that we are writing a script, and it will just we are printing one of the command. We are not going to check, we are not using the runner in this particular script. We are just checking whether the GitLab is working, executing the task or not. Okay, and yeah, here is the process to run a particular pipeline. You can set up a cron syntax also, and you can go to the CI/CD, and there is a pipelines option. There you can have a run pipeline option, and by defaultly, as I said, if you commit a changes of into dot gitlab-ci.yml file, then it will automatically triggers a build, and it will shows the pipeline. And yeah, these are the some final verifications where we have learned from this particular video. And GitLab account is created, and later we need to install Git in the Windows system, and we need to install and register GitLab Runner, and example dot YML file is created, dot gitlab-ci.yml file, and we are executed the pipeline successfully. And yeah, congratulations for your first GitLab CI/CD runner and CI/CD pipeline as well.